Imagine walking across a quiet island in Indonesia. The sun is burning above you. The grass is dry. The air feels still. And somewhere nearby, something is watching. Not a lion, not a tiger, not a crocodile, but something older. Something that looks like it escaped from the dinosaur age. A creature with armored skin, razor-sharp claws, a deadly bite, and the patience of a silent assassin. The Komodo dragon. People often call them giant lizards. But that description doesn't come close, because these animals are not just large reptiles. They are walking weapons. They can smell blood from miles away. They can take down animals much larger than themselves, and in rare cases, they have even hunted humans. So the real question is, why are Komodo dragons so dangerous? To understand that, we have to go back millions of years, because these creatures are survivors from a much older world. Long before humans built cities, long before modern predators ruled the food chain, giant reptiles dominated the earth. Most disappeared. But somehow, in a few isolated islands of Indonesia, one remained. The Komodo dragon is the largest living lizard on Earth. An adult male can grow over 10 feet long and weigh more than 150 pounds. That alone is terrifying, but size is only the beginning, because danger doesn't come from how big something is. It comes from how it hunts. And Komodo dragons hunt like silent killers. They do not roar. They do not chase loudly. They wait, perfectly still, hidden in dry grass, near water sources, along animal trails, watching, waiting, and when the moment is right, they explode forward with shocking speed. For short distances, they can run faster than most people expect. Fast enough to catch deer, fast enough to surprise wild boar, fast enough to make one mistake your last. But speed is only one part of the attack. The real horror begins with the bite. For years, people believed Komodo dragons killed because of bacteria. The old story said their mouths were so dirty that even if prey escaped, infection would slowly kill it. And while their mouths do contain bacteria, scientists later discovered something far worse: venom. Yes, Komodo dragons are venomous. Their bite releases toxins that lower blood pressure, prevent clotting, and cause massive blood loss. So even if the prey escapes, it often doesn't get far. Imagine being bitten once, running for your life, thinking you survived, while your own body is slowly shutting down. That is how they win. Not always with immediate force, but with certainty. A deer may flee, a buffalo may fight back, but the dragon follows, patiently, quietly, knowing time is now on its side. This makes them terrifyingly efficient predators. And they are not picky eaters. They will hunt deer, pigs, birds, monkeys, and even water buffalo. They also eat carrion dead animals already lying in the wild. Nothing is wasted. If it has meat, it is food. Even other Komodo dragons. Yes, they are cannibals. Young dragons know this from birth. The moment they hatch, survival begins. Because the adults around them may eat them. That is why baby Komodo dragons spend much of their early life in trees, away from the monsters below. Think about that. You are born, and one of the first lessons of life is, don't let your own kind find you. That is how ruthless their world is. But perhaps the most frightening thing about Komodo dragons is how calm they look. They don't always appear aggressive. Sometimes they just stand there, slow, heavy, almost lazy. And that illusion is dangerous, because beneath that stillness is pure calculation. A hungry dragon does not panic. It does not waste energy. It waits for weakness, an injured deer, a distracted goat, a person standing too close. There have been real attacks on humans. Though rare, they happen, especially in areas where humans and dragons live too closely. Some victims were tourists, some were locals, some were children. And the pattern is often the same, a moment of underestimation. People think, it's just a lizard, until it moves. Then it's too late. One of the reasons attacks are so dangerous is their strength. Their neck muscles are powerful. Their claws tear flesh. Their jaws grip with brutal force. Even if the bite itself doesn't kill immediately, the damage is devastating. And unlike many predators, They do not fear confrontation the same way smaller reptiles do. They are apex predators. At the top, there are very few animals on their islands that can challenge them. That confidence changes behavior. A predator with no fear is always more dangerous. But here's something even stranger. Komodo dragons may be smarter than people assume. They recognize routines. They learn patterns. They remember feeding locations. Some researchers believe they show problem-solving abilities beyond what most people expect from reptiles. This makes them unpredictable, because danger is worse when intelligence is involved. A simple predator reacts. A smarter predator adapts. And adaptation is survival. For millions of years, they have adapted perfectly. Harsh islands, extreme heat, limited food, competition, humans. Still, they remain. Still, they rule. And perhaps that is why they feel so unsettling. They do not seem like modern animals. They feel ancient, as if nature forgot to update them. Like a living warning from another era. There's also something terrifying about how they eat. Unlike cats, who kill cleanly, or snakes, who swallow whole, dragons tear violently. Chunks of flesh, bones cracking, blood everywhere. They can consume huge portions of meat in a single feeding, sometimes up to 80% of their own body weight. And after feeding, they may lie still for hours, silent again, as if nothing happened. That contrast from explosive violence to total stillness is what makes them unforgettable. It feels unnatural, like watching a storm turn instantly into silence. And yet, despite all this, they are vulnerable too. Their population is limited. Climate change threatens their habitat. Human expansion pushes deeper into their territory. And while they are feared, they are also protected, because losing them would mean losing one of Earth's most extraordinary predators. A creature found nowhere else, a living relic, a final giant from a forgotten age. But protection does not make them safe to approach. That mistake still happens. People want photos, closer views, a better story, but nature does not reward arrogance, especially not around apex predators. The dragon does not care about your camera, it does not care about your confidence, it only understands territory, hunger, opportunity. And that brings us to the real reason they are so dangerous. It's not just their size, not just the venom, not just the speed, it's the combination. Every part of them is built for dominance. Their senses, their patience, their bite, their strength, their willingness to eat almost anything. They are not specialized hunters with one trick. They are survival machines. Simple, ancient, efficient. And that makes them terrifying, because the most dangerous predators are often not the loudest, not the fastest, not the biggest, but the ones that know exactly how to wait, exactly how to strike, and exactly how to make sure escape doesn't matter. That is the Komodo dragon. A predator so effective that even today in the modern world, humans still step carefully when entering its territory. Because deep down, we recognize something primal, something older than language. The instinct that says this creature is not here to be admired, it is here to survive. And if you become part of that survival, you were never the visitor, you were the prey. And that is why Komodo dragons are so dangerous.